Imagine a jungle 7 million years ago. Shadows hide predators, and every sound could mean death. With no weapons or fire, how did early humans keep their children alive in this unforgiving wilderness? In that ancient jungle, children's cries were both a sign of life and a call to danger. Predators roamed close, hearing those sounds as invitations to hunt vulnerable prey hidden among the trees. Large cats prowled silently, their golden eyes piercing through the foliage. Pythons slithered underfoot, while giant eagles scanned the forest floor. Every corner of the jungle presented a new lethal threat to human survival. Mothers became shields, holding infants tightly against their chests. Their bodies carried scratches, bruises, and scars from encounters where they put themselves between a predator's claws and the fragile life of their offspring. Early humans discovered safety in numbers. Small family groups formed larger bands, increasing watchful eyes. Together, they built invisible walls of protection, relying on strength, noise, and movement to push predators back into shadows. They had no spears, yet sticks and stones became temporary shields. Shouts, stomps, and sudden movements intimidated attackers. This raw form of group defense marked the earliest strategies of humans facing nature's deadliest hunters. Infants were rarely left alone. When mothers grew weary, other tribe members carried the young. This rotation of responsibility created a circle of constant vigilance, ensuring no predator could easily exploit exhaustion or carelessness. Trees offered sanctuaries. Mothers climbed quickly, pressing children close to their skin. Elevated branches gave temporary relief, protecting infants from ground-based threats, though danger still lurked from above, where birds of prey ruled the skies. Early warning systems were vital. Primitive alarm calls echoed through the forest. A rustling branch, an unusual growl, or a sudden silence, all became signals of immediate threat. The tribe reacted with speed and precision. The jungle's dangers shaped instincts. A mother's heartbeat quickened at faint sounds. Fathers and older siblings learned to scan horizons constantly. Children, even before speech, sensed fear, quieting themselves instinctively when predators prowled nearby. Cooperation extended beyond bloodlines. Tribes merged for survival, forming larger communities. Protecting children became a shared mission, uniting unrelated families into a single protective force. This social bond laid the foundation of future human societies. Nights were especially terrifying. Without fire, humans huddled in darkness. Infants muffled against mother's skin. Tribes stayed silent, hoping predators would pass. The moonlight revealed glimmers of eyes circling camps, testing for weakness. During the day, feeding children posed equal risk. Foraging mothers balanced gathering food with staying alert. Loud noises while breaking fruits or digging roots could expose them, forcing others to stand guard during feeding. When predators attacked suddenly, diversion tactics saved lives. Some members made themselves targets, waving arms, shouting, or throwing debris. Meanwhile, mothers sprinted with their children into thick undergrowth or toward hidden shelters. Shelter building became essential. Pits, caves, and thickets offered concealment. Over time, humans selected safer resting spots, learning to position children deeper inside, with stronger adults forming protective walls at entrances. Infants were vulnerable, but they also pushed humans to innovate. The need to protect them sparked creativity, how to move silently, where to hide, and how to fight together. Survival of children meant survival of humanity. Predators tested them daily, but with each encounter, humans grew wiser. They studied predator behavior, learned patterns, and avoided hunting grounds. Knowledge passed from one generation to the next, written in survival instincts. When storms raged, predators hunted even more aggressively. Thunder masked approaching footsteps. Mothers clung tighter to their babies. Entire tribes stayed alert, realizing danger never ended. Even the sky itself could betray them. Infants were kept close not only for protection but warmth. At night, huddling prevented hypothermia. Skin-to-skin contact shielded babies, while simultaneously muffling sounds that could otherwise betray their location to predators. Without speech, humans relied on body language. A finger pressed to lips, a hand gesture, a sudden stillness, all became silent instructions. This unspoken communication saved countless young lives from surprise ambushes. Predators often circled camps. To resist, tribes banded together in displays of unity. Groups of humans made themselves appear larger, waving branches, stomping, and creating illusions of power greater than their reality. Early humans accepted sacrifice as part of survival. Adults risked their lives deliberately to buy seconds for mothers to escape. These sacrifices became stories, remembered through generations as proof of courage and devotion. Children themselves adapted. By instinct, they clung tightly during emergencies, minimizing movement and sound. This unconscious cooperation increased survival, proving even the youngest had a role in resisting predators' deadly games. As seasons changed, challenges grew. Dry months exposed camps to wandering lions, while rainy seasons flooded shelters, pushing snakes into human spaces. Parents constantly adapted strategies, balancing protection with survival needs. The jungle forced humans to become watchmakers of nature. Every rustle, shadow, and call told a story. Reading the environment was the difference between life and death, and children's survival depended entirely on this skill. Larger predators like saber-toothed cats tested human resilience. Fierce, fast, and relentless, they often stalked silently before striking. Humans learned to recognize patterns in their movements, developing counter-strategies to protect the most vulnerable. Fear became fuel. Rather than weaken humans, it sharpened senses. Mothers learned to soothe infants even under extreme stress, teaching calmness that prevented panic, and ultimately prevented attracting predators lurking nearby. Constant vigilance hardened entire tribes. Children grew into cautious, alert adults, inheriting not only survival techniques but also cultural lessons. Family was everything, and protecting the young came before personal survival. Early humans created makeshift boundaries. Stacked branches, thorny bushes, and hidden pathways gave psychological security. Though fragile, these barriers bought valuable seconds, time enough for mothers to carry children into safety. Silence was both friend and enemy. While silence hid humans, it also masked predators. Thus, tribes developed rhythms of sound, subtle hums, tapping, or whispers, enough to signal safety while discouraging absolute quiet. The jungle was not always merciless. Sometimes, alliances with nature emerged. Birds alarmed when predators moved. Even insects' sudden silence warned humans. Parents learned to interpret these signs as part of their defense. Protecting children also meant nourishing them. Parents risked their lives gathering food in dangerous areas. Malnourished infants weakened tribes, so feeding them became as vital as hiding them from predators. Scarcity of water added risk. Mothers traveled far for clean streams, carrying infants on their hips. Predators often ambushed these routes, knowing humans needed water. These journeys became some of the deadliest tasks. Despite all dangers, love prevailed. The instinct to hold, comfort, and nurture never faded. This emotional bond fueled extraordinary courage, pushing early humans to face predators far stronger than themselves. Each successful defense was a victory for humanity. Babies grew, learned, and became protectors themselves. Survival was not only individual, it was generational, ensuring that knowledge carried forward with every saved child. Over centuries, these protective strategies evolved into traditions. Rituals, chants, and warning calls became part of human culture, linking survival with memory. Protecting children shaped identity, not just existence. The jungle tested humans endlessly, yet their devotion to children never broke. Even against overwhelming odds, humanity refused to surrender its most fragile lives. This unyielding spirit became the seed of civilization. Tribes who protected children successfully thrived. Those who failed vanished. Their bloodlines erased. Evolution favored the cautious, the united, the protective, those who made children the very heart of survival. Each predator encounter strengthened humans. Every saved infant became proof of resilience. And with each generation, the balance shifted slowly. Humans were no longer only prey, they were becoming survivors. Without fire, without weapons, survival seemed impossible. Yet love, unity, and courage provided what tools could not. Humanity's earliest strength came not from dominance, but from sacrifice and unwavering protection. Protecting children was not only survival, it was the foundation of progress. By securing the next generation, humans preserved knowledge, instincts, and traditions, building stepping stones toward a future that predators could not erase. Even as predators prowled, humans learned patience, waiting silently for danger to pass, holding children motionless. They endured hours that tested both strength and spirit. Endurance itself became a survival tactic. Over time, these instincts grew permanent. The urgency to protect children shaped human psychology, embedding fear, courage, and empathy deep into their minds, traits carried forward to modern parents even today. Early humans realized survival required vision beyond the present. Protecting one child meant protecting tomorrow's leader, hunter, or mother. Every infant carried within them the future of humanity's survival and progress. These ancient struggles echo today. Modern parents may not face saber-toothed cats, yet the instinct to protect children remains fierce, an inheritance from ancestors who fought relentlessly in jungles 7 million years ago. The fight for survival transformed humans. Protecting children built bonds, inspired cooperation, and forged the spirit that allowed humanity to rise above predators, shaping a destiny that would eventually rule the earth. 47. Humanity's story began with protecting its young. Without those instincts, we would never exist today. If you want to uncover more hidden truths of our ancient past, like this video, share it, and subscribe for more.